All right, hello and welcome to the Week 7 NAGA Football League as we witness Tucson at Austin. And that was a bit of a weird of an introduction, but you know what I meant. As today we will witness the 3-3 Austin Stars host the 1-5 Tucson Vipers. Now, these two teams obviously having a bit of a struggle as San Antonio and Albuquerque are at the top of the conference. And hey, you know what? We're going to go ahead and see how this plays out. I mean, in no way is Austin really going to lose a position during this fight should they lose to Tucson, but Tucson has a lot to gain from losing, such as draft capital. But if they win, this could possibly propel them to a winning, I would say, momentum, but, you know, that's kind of hard to maintain in the NAGA. But you never know. Let's go ahead and take the expert picks. Austin has an 83% chance to win, with Danny taking a 44-7 blowout with Tucson. Everyone else says it'll be a massive win for Austin in any case. All right, let's go ahead and get in there. Welcome to the Train Depot, the home of the NAGA Football League. It is a massively rainy and windy night. This is this is going to be a game. Heavy wind, lots of rain. Expect fumbles, dropped passes, dropped interceptions, missed tackles, missed kicks. A lot of things could go down here, and this Austin team, known for its high-flying offense, could possibly be hampered in the rain. Patterson Jr. with the return, as he is taken down a little bit after the 20. It'll be a gain of 2 yards. As always, we refer, or I at least, refer to the 20-yard line during kick returns as the line to gain. Anything before is a loss, anything after is a gain. It's Tedesco now in center in their beautiful pink alternative jerseys. Austin sticking with their tried and true home blue jerseys. Tedesco back to pass, four-man rush. He's got all day. He's going to bomb it to the left, and it's caught by Patterson Jr. What an incredible catch, a gain of 30 yards. Austin trying to play a complicated situation, bringing the cornerback to a high safety position, bringing the safety to a low cornerback position, and that bit them in the back. Tedesco surveying the defense. Dickinson to his left. Back to pass. Four-man rush. He's got a defender in his face. Doesn't matter. Sanders gets the ball. He's dropped after a gain of 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Tommy Tedesco, 2 of 2 for 35 yards. Quite the start for him. He is now under center. Trips to the right. Dickinson in the back. It's a run to the left. Shakes off number 86. My goodness. Gain of 3 yards, however. 3rd and 2, delayed blitz from the free safety. Probably saved that play entirely. I believe that was 96, not 86. That would be Brandon Ellis, their number 1 defensive tackle. Dickinson, ooh, chopped short of the line to gain by 52. Dan Conte, their number 1 middle linebacker. He is, in fact, very old at 36 years old. Their second linebacker, Quincy Adebawale, 35 years old. The kick is up, and the kick is good, just barely. 55-yard field goal connects Tucson up 3-0. This is the momentum you want and need if you are Tucson. Austin is known to have a high-flying offensive powerhouse outside of course, their rivalry with San Antonio. As Carroll now takes the ball. And he will bring it up to the 17, a loss of 3 on that kick return. And here we go. Travolta under center, Flowers in the back. Surveying the defense. For eons, in fact. He might get his pension by the time this survey is done. Carroll motion to the right. Travolta pitches it out to Flowers. Flowers running to the left. Flowers has all the room and then some. Gain of 12 yards. That'll be a first down. We are already at the 7-minute and 55-second mark. Quite the fast-paced game, if I do say so myself. Travolta under center. Trips to the right. Flowers in the back. Travolta surveying. Massive box loaded here. Motion the man to the inside. That's Carroll. And they're going to fake the handoff. Travolta with massive pressure in his face. It's a loss of 6 yards. That's number 54, Lloyd. Austin trying to go with a play-action maneuver. Tucson not falling for it. 2nd and 16. This will have to be on the arm of Travolta now. Possibly a situation with Carroll as number 9 is motioned to the inside. Travolta back to pass. 4-man rush. Got a blitzer in his face. Going to launch to the right. Flowers catches it just before he heads out of bounds. 3rd and 6, but they will continue to run the clock. Travolta under center. I mean, heavy defense to the right. My goodness. Any time to run to the left, it'd be now, and Flowers does. Flowers out to the left, pushes forward for a gain of 7. 1st and 10. And can we talk about how old this Austin team is? I mean, they all deserve to be collecting pension. Starting quarterback, 34. Starting running back, 34. Starting wide receiver, or tight end, apologies, 32. Travolta back to pass. We'll talk about the age later, as Speakman with an incredible catch for 11 yards over the middle. My goodness. Speakman actually on the younger side by 7 years. He's 27. That's incredible. There's a 7-year age gap between Travolta and him. Travolta launching to the right to Flowers for a 1st down. Forced out of bounds, a gain of 13. I mean, a blitzer in his face. Travolta surveying and maneuvering to the right side of the pocket. That's incredible. That's the stuff you like to see. 6 plays, 47 yards, dicing him up with 2 rushes and 4 passes. Travolta under center. I think that is Young in the backfield with the fullback. That is Young running to the right. Oh, he only had 1 man to beat, a gain of 9 yards. 2nd and 1. This is possibly one of the faster games we've ever seen. No drop passes. Every play counts. That's what you like to see. 2nd and 1, Travolta under center. Young in the backfield. Motions the wide receiver out to the right. Pitches it out to the right. Young has space and then some. Stiff arms a man. Gain of 7 yards. What a play that was. 1st and 10. Tavion Harper and Terrence Flowers now come in. Tavion Harper being motioned to go back to the sideline. Randall Young, 2 rushes, 16 yards. Travolta flanked by Flowers. Tight end to the left, being motioned out to the left, further out now. Fakes the handoff, back to pass. He's got all day. There's a flag into the end zone. Unable to come down with it, number 83. Holding Rashad Birch, number 21. 1st and 10 from the Tucson 14. And that is the first time the clock has stopped, and they'll continue it. I like this. This game could be over in 30 minutes. Travolta surveying, hand off to Flowers. Flower rushing left. Flowers had a lane, but 54 breaking the block. Shedding the block, one might say. Getting that tackle. Only a gain of 3. I think that is Austin's lowest yards gained so far. Travolta under center. Flowers in the back. Hands off to Flowers. Flowers rushing left. Flowers taken down after a gain of 9 by number 0, and that was a touchdown-saving play. My goodness. And we have drained 6 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock already. Travolta under center. Flowers in the backfield. Heavy set to the left. He's going to motion number 80, Blackman, the tight end, out to the right. And then they're going to hand to Flowers, and Flowers, an easy touchdown. What a play. Power O to the left. Incredible. Terrence Flowers, 5 rushes, 33 yards, 2 receptions for 23 yards, and a touchdown. Altamirano, the kick is good. And that's what you love to see, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you love to see. Austin, in heavy wind and heavy rain, can still sling the ball and run the ball very well. Patterson Jr. rushing out, stopped short of the 15, but they'll say he got the 16, loss of 4 yards on that kick return. 1st and 10. Tedesco under center, Dickinson in the back, trips to the left, hands off to Dickinson, who is immediately met by number 96, but gains 3 yards. And number 96 is their defensive tackle, Brandon Ellis. I mean, he just walked right in there. There was no one blocking him. All right. Thought he was going to get a sack. Instead, he got a TFL almost. Dickinson's going to lose massive yardage. Loss of 6, 3rd and 13. Man, if I'm Tucson, I don't know why you're running the ball. I mean, you had immense success passing the ball earlier. And this might be the pass play, though it is a heavy set with tight ends on both ends. Empty backfield, never mind. Tedesco looking to pass. 4-man rush, bombing it to the left for Patterson Jr. And he catches it for 24 yards. Now, the run game may not be here, but Tedesco is definitely showing up when it matters the most. My goodness, 2 for 54 yards on 2 targets. Ronnie Patterson Jr. Tedesco back to pass, 4-man rush, got a blitzer showing up, and oh my goodness. I think it's the first play that has ever stopped the clock today. Wide receiver number 83, Kelly, does have a leg injury, but he is expected to return. Kelly, their second string wide receiver, one of their stars in this league. Tommy Tedesco now 3 of 4, only because the wide receiver literally ran out of bounds. Hands off to Dickinson. Dickinson with a little bit of a lane, but only gains 2 yards. That's kind of insane. He gained more yards with the defender 2 yards in his backfield and trucking him than he did running to the left with an open lane. That's crazy. And they still have -1 yards on the drive. Tedesco. Dickinson in the back, motioning the man out to the right. That's number 18, Patterson Jr. Back to pass, 4-man rush. He's got all day. He's going to dump it off to Dickinson. Dickinson, oh my goodness. 9-yard reception. Cameron Perry now coming in. I think that's one of the few times we've seen this. That actually might be the second time I've seen that this weekend. A catch where they actually spin around and catch it. Tedesco motioning number 14, Dominique, to the inside. 4-man rush. Tedesco lobbing it past the first down marker to Sanders. Gain of 12 yards. And these two offenses may go blow for blow, and this may be a legitimate 40-minute game. Tommy Tedesco, 5 of 6 for 80 yards. Trips to the left. Dickinson in the back. And they run it to the left. Dickinson evades a would-be tackler, but number 52 with the cleanup tackle. Loss of 1. Conte. Cameron Perry now coming in for Donovan Dickinson. And that would be Dan Conte, their 36-year-old middle linebacker. Tedesco, motion the man out. 4-man rush. He's got all day, throwing past the first down marker. And an 11-yard gain. And let me see if I can pronounce this correctly. Kochish. Alex Kochish. Okay. Interesting pronunciation. Tedesco back to pass. 4-man rush. All day and then some to Sanders. Defender just clicking silly out there. Another 11-yard gain. Donovan Dickinson back in for Cameron Perry. If you're a football fan, this is what you want to see. If you're any of these two teams, it's not what you want to see. Your defenses are struggling. Tedesco under center, heavy set to the left, motions the fullback out to the right. Interesting maneuver. Fakes the handoff, 4-man rush, throwing it to the fullback more, and a gain of 8 yards. Giovanni Moore. 29 years old, by the way. This Austin team has got to be the oldest team in the league. My goodness. Giovanni Moore. Tedesco with Dickinson on his right. Motions number 8 to the left. Dickinson immediately caught in the backfield. Unfortunate. Number 58 with the cleanup. Loss of 3. That's Adebowale. My goodness. Quincy Adebowale, their 35-year-old middle linebacker, making plays. Tedesco motions him into the inside. Dickinson in the back, hands off to Dickinson. Dickinson running to the right, trying his best, but only a gain of 2. That'll be 4th and 3. And both times Tedesco and the Tucson Vipers have driven down the field. They have been stopped in the red zone for a field goal attempt. Gotta love it if you're Austin. Spencer, kick is up, kick is good. And you know what? As a football fan, you gotta love this too. They drive all the way down the field and they only get a field goal. You got to watch exciting gameplay for only 6 points, and you maintain a 7-6 lead. Second quarter now, 9 minutes, 11 seconds left. We are cruising through this first half. I love it. Terrence Carroll running to the left, shy of the 20-yard line. That's a loss of 1. As this team now aims to drive down the field. Travolta with Flowers in the back. Flowers gets the handoff, rushes right up the right side. Gain of 5 yards. 2nd and 5. My goodness. And hey, you know what? Travolta may not be bombing it deep and throwing 70-yard touchdowns, but Flowers right here having the game. Oh my god, what kind of defensive look is this? You might as well just, whoa. Of course they adjusted now, but my goodness, could have ran straight to the left. Travolta hands off to Flowers. Flowers evades the tackler, but number 90 cleanup effort. 3rd and 8. That's Armstrong. This could be a situation where Austin has to punt if they do not connect on this next play. OC, you got to be in your bag. What's the best play you got for Travolta? Back to pass. 4-man rush. Man in his face, but Terrence Carroll with an incredible 16-yard gain. 1st and 10. Hey, if I'm an OC, you got Terrence Carroll, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, right? Other wide receivers that I'm blanking out on right now. You throw to him. That's the play. Travolta back to pass. 4-man rush. Defensive lineman just gets pancaked. Flowers almost lost all 10 yards that he had, but he comes back and gains 2. Number 83, Kelly, back from injury. As Young now subs in for Flowers. 2nd and 8. Travolta pitches it out. Young trying his best, but no gain. No dice. 3rd and 7. They'll give him a yard. Travolta possibly going to be throwing to Carroll's way once again. Randall Young, 3 for 16. Young, never mind. They're going to run it to the left. Young has got 1 man to beat. Oh, he's stopped by 1 yard. 4th and 1. Terrence Flowers comes in. And from Austin, I might try this. And they don't. Oh, well, it was worth the try. It was worth the attempt. Oh my gosh, he absolutely belted that in the end zone. My goodness. Wow, 1st and 10, 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Tedesco flanked by the fullback and the running back. Motion the man on the inside. Actually, apologies, from the far right to the inside left.
Hike.
Tedesco back to pass. 4-man rush and a spy. There is a penalty. Ooh, dropped interception. Holding against the defense, Jordan Vinson. It'll be 1st and 10. Tommy Tedesco, 8 of 9, 110 yards. What a stat line by him today. Tedesco motioning the tight end out to the left. Tedesco back to pass. 4-man rush. He's got all day. Going to dump it off to Dickinson, who gets a 1st down. And they will not stop the clock. 2nd and inches. I mean, you got to breathe. The center could exchange the ball to the left guard, and you could get a 1st down. Tedesco in the center. Dickinson in the back. There's got to be a run. Pitch it out to the right. Dickinson stiff arms a man and gains the 1st down. It's a 2-yard gain. 1st and 10 of the 37. This could be a 9-7 game by the time the first half ends. Tedesco surveying the defense. There is a flag. False start against the offense. It'll be 1st and 15 now. Donovan Dickinson, 9 rushes, 3 yards, 2 receptions, 19 yards. Definitely more of a receiving threat than he is a rushing threat, if we're being honest. Tedesco pitches it out to Dickinson. Dickinson out to the left. Dickinson pushing forward for an 8-yard gain. What a great run. Trips to the left, 1 receiver out to the right. And when you get into more advanced offenses, that receiver out to the right actually becomes the option play. And that becomes a little bit interesting as you can have a streaking wide receiver down the right. It's Dickinson's pushing forward for major yardage, gain of 5. And you might see it for more advanced offenses like Virginia Beach or Richmond. Those two teams love their offensive schemes. They're mad scientists over there. They'll do some crazy things like that. Empty backfield. You're going to launch it immediately. There's a flag. And Kelly, back from injury, with an incredible catch with holding tacked on, but they will decline it. It'll be 1st down. 1st and 10 of the 39. Kelly making an impact. Tedesco showing off today, 10 for 11. There is a false start on the offense, however. It'll be 1st and 15. For every step forward they take 2 steps back, but that is perfectly okay. As I almost launched my phone to myself, good lord. Dickinson in the backfield. Tight end on the right of the offensive line. Now he's going to motion a wide receiver further out to the right. Tedesco. Blitz on the left, unable to escape. Loss of 6. It'll be 2nd and 21. And what? Jarbo Sambola. All right. 3rd string cornerback. Making some plays on a defensive back blitz. Let's go. Tedesco back to pass. 4-man rush. It's got all day. Ooh, 29. Mercy killed him. That could have been an interception. Unfortunate. Tommy Tedesco now 10 of 12. 3rd and 21. He needs 20 yards. This could be a long pass over the middle to Kelly. Flagged down, though. Gain of 31. And Kelly committed offensive pass interference. That is not what you want to see for Tucson. There's a reason why he was wide open. All right, trips to the right. Do they just try to rush it out, or do they go for a pass? They go for a pass. Blitzer in his face. Oh, 7-yard loss. 4th and 38, and that is Nava. And that is Eric Nava, the 30-year-old defensive tackle, 2nd string. And Tucson will punt away with 2 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Right at the 20. Nothing but positives here for Vincent. And my goodness, you can see they were so close. They were at the 40-yard line. Got pushed all the way back to their own 30 at that point. My goodness. 1st and 10 on the 29. Travolta hands off to Flowers. Flowers rushing for a gain of 4 yards. 2nd and 4. Travolta under center. Flowers in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, but a man is in his face. 5-yard loss. It's 3rd and 11, and Tucson will call a timeout. That's Wilcox, number 7, with the sack. They had a great concept. They only needed time, but unfortunately for them, the play action didn't work as a blitz was called. Flowers flanking Travolta. Travolta motioning Carroll out to the far left. Surveying. Fakes the handoff. Gonna bomb it to the right. Oh, number 54, the defender, almost had interception. That'll be Travolta's 1st incompletion, I believe. That or his 2nd. Either way, both quarterbacks are playing out of their mind when it doesn't come to being sacked, of course. Belts with the punt. And Martin Jr. will return. Past the 30-yard line at the 35, a gain of 15 yards. As the 20-yard line is the expected starting field position for any team on any given drive. And that is hidden yardage, folks. That is the hidden yardage game. Tedesco motions number 18, Patterson Jr. to the inside of the right. Back to pass. 4-man rush. Got a... Oh, my goodness. He gets the pass off in time, but number 82 is unable to come down with it. Defender right in his face. Defensive tackle, nonetheless. Putting pressure on him on that throw. Off his back foot. It's still a good throw. Number 82 unable to come down with it. That's Lustig, their tight end. Empty backfield. Tedesco motions the back to the outside. All day. Number 52 unable to come down with it. My goodness, 3rd and 10. Tedesco under center. Motions the tight end Lustig to the left. Back to pass. 4-man rush. Defender automatically pancaked. And unfortunate, Dickinson is unable to come down with the pass. 4th and 10. Such a hot start. There we go. That's the word. For Tedesco, but he is now cooling off. I believe he is now 10 of 13. So the punt is away. Vincent with the return. And that's the 2-minute warning. As Travolta surveying. Flowers in the backfield. He's going to motion number 9, Speakman, to the inside. Back to pass. 4-man rush. He's got all day. Bombing it deep to Carroll. And Carroll, a 32-yard reception. Wow. I mean, and number 0 is acting like he did something. Buddy, you let up 32 yards. Only thing you should be celebrating is that you stopped a touchdown play. Number 16, Travolta, motioning the man. Number 19 under center. Oh, back to pass. Defender in his face. Off to number 9, Speakman. He is unable to come down with it. Defensive, I believe that was a defensive tackle in his face. Michael Travolta now 6 of 8. 84 yards. Motioning Flowers out. Empty backfield. 2nd and 10. Here we go. Travolta. Back to pass. 4-man rush. Bombing it immediately. And Speakman ran the wrong route. Unfortunate. He ran a go route. And it was a not a go route. I'll say that. 6 of 9 now. Unfortunate that Travolta has fallen from such high grace. Travolta back to pass. Launch over the middle. There is a flag. Intended for 22, and there's holding against number 59, Tyrone Shirley. Now be 1st and 10. As Travolta flanked by Flowers now. Motioning 83, Wainwright, the tight end. Travolta over to 22, unable to come down with it, Flowers is. 2nd and 10. This will bring Travolta extremely close to 50% after starting on such a hot streak. Motioning Flowers out, empty backfield. Going to launch it immediately into quadruple coverage to Speakman. Unable to come down with it. 3rd and 10, now 6 of 10. Sorry, 11. If I knew how to count, ladies and gentlemen, the world would be in trouble. Travolta, back to pass, 5-man rush, going to bomb it immediately into quadruple coverage to Speakman again, and I don't know why you don't throw to Carroll. If I'm Austin, I'm throwing to Carroll every play. If he drops it, at least I know my best player dropped it. And Travolta now falls to 50% completion rate as the kick is no good. The wind pushes it left. And unfortunate. Oh my goodness. That is not good. Tight end Josh Wainwright not expected to return. Their starting tight end. He is succeeded by Michael Blackman and Ryan Dean. Tedesco back to pass, launcher to the left. Great stoppage by number 27. I think we've been in these last 3 minutes of the game for, I think, 9 minutes now. Tommy Tedesco now also getting eerily close to a 50% mark, 10 of 16 for 136. Tedesco back to pass, 4-man rush over the middle. And nobody can catch it because the rain is too slick. 3rd and 10 at the 34. We have now had, I think, 8 straight passing plays. And all of them have been incomplete. Kind of wild if you think about it. Dickinson. Out to the right. Gain 3. And that'll be a 4th down as Austin now calls a timeout. At this point, if I'm Austin, you have to throw to Carroll or you just have to run the ball. Passing, you're getting no yards. You might as well get some yards. You've got 2 timeouts. You can use them as you need. As the punt is away. And Vincent with the return. Taken down at the 25. Gain of 5 yards in the punt return hidden yardage game. 46 seconds remaining. Massive, massive run scheme looking like. Motions Flowers out. This will not be a run play. Travolta back to pass. Defender in his face. Going to launch it. Ooh, number 86. Unable to come down with it. Speaking of, Ryan Dean, the 3rd string tight end, was the target on that play. Interesting tactic. Travolta back to pass, 5-man rush, got a defender in his face, going to launch it over the middle. Speakman unable to come down with it, and that is another passing play that has fallen short. 3rd and 10. Travolta now under 50% completion rate. Flowers in the backfield. This could be a run. That's a pitch out to the right. Flowers just, oh my god, hit stick to the ground. Tucson now calls a timeout. Oh, my Lord. The fastest game. The whole first quarter and second quarter up until the 2-minute mark is probably taken just as long as this exchange between these two teams constantly trying to throw the dang ball. Like, at this point, you've got to add logic. We're going to break the wall a little bit, right? Fourth wall breaking here. You got to add logic to the game that tells the AI, hey, you've thrown the ball 6 straight times in the last 2 drives and have scored nothing. Run the clock out. Like, that's not good game. Like, I don't think anyone would want to play a game where the AI has now gone for, what is that, 3, 6, 9. That's 10 pass plays in a row outside of the 2 running plays, but we're going to count them as pass plays that have not gone for anything. And the AI continually goes for it in a situation that they have failed twice now. On the second attempt, you just got to run it. You got to run the clock out. You got to, it's for the sake of the game, right? I mean, I don't think I would ever see in the NFL 2 teams pass the ball this much, or at least not utilize some short passing game yardage situation. And for some reason, they constantly use 3rd down runs. Like, that's just got to be fixed, Because now we're at the 5-second mark. We could have been here 9 minutes ago when they weren't calling timeouts because they kept throwing 12 passes combined, and they both went 0 for 6 in all of them. I don't know. Which means we're now going to head to the fourth quarter and to the 2-minute warning for the fourth quarter in the next 12 minutes. That's how fast this is going to go. And then we're going to get to the 2 minutes, and they're going to pull the BS again where they call a timeout, they go 0 for 3, they call a timeout, they go 0 for 3, then the other team calls a timeout, then they go 0 for 3. Ugh, I hate it. And that's why quarterback stats look so bad sometimes, because the AI is forced to throw in situations that it has categorically filed and possessed in its knowledge that is not successful. And at some point, you got to accept the fact that, hey, if a team with the ball gets the ball in the second half and they have the ball and they're up, just let the clock run down. The team without the ball in the second half down should definitely try to do that. But the team with the ball, no, you shouldn't. I'm sorry. That's some logic that's got to get fixed. It makes the gameplay look bad. It makes the game look bad. It makes the players look bad. And there's no reason for it because it's got quarterbacks forcing balls in situations that they shouldn't. It's the second half, right? They're in the second quarter, 2-minute warning. They're not sitting there looking at a fourth quarter, 2-minute warning, down by 3, in the 20-yard line of their own field. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know this is a bit of a rant, but, it's just quite annoying when you watch that. I've never seen that. I have never in my life of playing Axis football seen that, but the fact that the logic allows that is a tad bit ridiculous, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think that should be there. I think if you're the team who gets the ball in the second half and you're up, there should be logic for you to kneel the ball out and just go to the second half. Every team does that. Every team does that. The only way it happens is if they're the underdog, in which case that makes sense, right? As Flowers rushes for 8 yards, 4th and 2. I mean, if it was, okay, let's say Tucson, right? Tucson has an 18% chance to win this game. If they were up 7-6 and they had an 18% chance, yeah, I would have it so the AI wants to be aggressive because they're already working with low odds. What a great broken tackle that was. My goodness. Gain of 7. I think he caught that at the 15, so, I mean, that's hidden yardage, gain of 7, but from where he was, I think that was like a 17-yard gain, or 12-yard gain, my goodness. But, I think there has to be certain logic. Fumble as Hawkins, unable to realize where he was, with a forced fumble and fumble recovery, number 97, right outside the red zone. This is where Austin puts some points up. Rant over, I suppose. I still have more to say about it, but that's just my opinion. I only say rant over because Flowers was about to get that touchdown, 16-yard gain. And we'll continue this rant after Austin puts some points up, because I don't think Tucson's going to stop him, to be honest. when Austin's inside the red zone. I think they're pretty unstoppable against this team. As Travolta motions a man out, empty backfield, 5 wide receiver set. Gunning for a passing touchdown. Travolta taken down. Loss of 7. Number 55, Rames. 2nd and goal at the 13. Flowers in the backfield. This could be a rush again. As he motions the tight end to the inside, this could be a rush to the left. Travolta hands off to the right. Flowers with no blockers, and he's going to lose 6 yards. Randall Young now comes in for Terrence Flowers, and Daniels back in for the play. And they ran the right play. There was a blitz on the left. They ran to the right, but there's just not enough blockers. Travolta back to pass. Travolta going for the end zone. Caught by Carroll. What a catch. What a throw. What a touchdown. Terrence Carroll. My goodness. Have yourself a day. Altamirano, kick is up and kick is good. Now that touchdown drive from the 22-yard line has concluded, in which I think they actually went back to the 22-yard line, I'm pretty sure, that or they were pretty close to it. Ronnie Patterson Jr. looking for a kick return touchdown, does not get it, gain of 4 yards. But back to what I was saying, if a team has a situation, right, where they're the underdog, and they are, they're up by 1 point, right? Let's say 3, right? Even a touchdown even, right? Just one score. They have the ball right before the second half starts, and they don't have it as a flag goes down minus 5 yards, holding against the defense. That's going to take away the sack. Unfortunate. But you have to have some logic for that, because I'm not going to sit here and watch 12 incomplete passes and a run on 3rd down twice by both teams, by the way, to finish out a first half. Like the first, what is that? I think 18 minutes was beautiful. Everyone drove down the field. Sure, they stopped scoring in the second quarter, but they were still driving up and down the field, right? And then you get this terrible gameplay and logic of, well, the quarterback is going to throw it like it's the 4th quarter with 10 seconds remaining. As Dickinson, oh my goodness, during the rant, he told me to shut up, and he's running for a touchdown. Wow, Dickinson, number 4, with a massive 70-yard rushing touchdown. And they're going to go for 2 to tie it up. It's a good way to get me to shut up, make a play. Dickinson in for the 2, unsuccessful, but there's a flag against the offense. All right. That also needs to be fixed. What? That should have been an unsuccessful try. But they're going to go for it again. As Tedesco motions him in inside, he's going to hand off to Perry. And I don't know why you would try that. Unsuccessful. I would have passed it. An electric play followed by a confusing logical situation. That extra point should have been failed, followed by a kickoff, but instead they get another chance. And, yeah, interesting. Carroll with the return. Oh, my goodness. Taken down to the 21-yard line. So, yeah, there's another thing, right? I mean, if a team stops a 2-point conversion and there is a penalty, and it's against the offense, if they're unsuccessful, I don't think any option should matter. I think the game should override that, right? I mean, maybe you add the penalty after the kick, right? But either way, they were unsuccessful, so I don't know why they got a second shot at it, but, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I just don't want to see these AI teams going at it as if it's the 4th quarter, 30 seconds remaining, down by 3 at their own 30, Like, it's the 2nd quarter, you've got 2 minutes, worst case scenario, you go to the second half, and there's a whole half of the game left. As Flowers is chopped down, 4th and inches, they will now punt away. I mean, I want to apologize to everyone who had to watch that sequence. had to be like 6 or 9 minutes of just total garbage gameplay. I mean, that was horrible. I don't think I've ever seen such... and I'm being serious. I have played Axis football since the 2014 version, all right? Maybe it's 2015. Pretty sure it's 2014, though. It's been that long, to be honest. And I have not seen that horrible of gameplay or logic, because 9 times out of 10, the AI used to just play it as if it was a normal down, a normal situation, because that's what it is, right? It's the second quarter, 2-minute warning, sure, but you still have a whole half of a game left. No NFL coach is going to play that the way they did on either side. Like, Austin was up, and they failed their 2-minute try. Tedesco failed his 2-minute try, and then Austin got the ball back, and they tried it again, and then Tedesco got the ball back, and they tried it again. It's like, you know, like, you're down by 1 point, right? If you're down by 40, I guess you can make an excuse, right? Like, there's certain logical issues, right? But, again, I just don't think that's an excuse for that logic to be allowed, right? There's a gate that you got to close there, a door you got to seal, because there's no way I should have had to watch 4 incomplete passes, right? As Patterson Jr. with the catch. It's a gain of 7, 2nd and 3. And again, some people are going to say, hey, well, you know what? That logic works if they catch the ball. Great, and you know what happens when they don't? We all sit here for 9 minutes as I sit here and gouge my eyes out at everyone dropping passes and the quarterback stats looking terrible. Dickinson with a great rush up the middle. I mean, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from anyone who's going to defend that. I don't think anyone will. You know, I'm the biggest defender of this franchise and the dev team, and I didn't like that, you know, so no one's going to defend it. As Tedesco back to pass. Over the middle, number 52 with another drop pass. All right, I think that's the rant over. I think everyone kind of sees where I'm coming from. Ranted for in-game 7 minutes. On a game that was probably like a 13-minute rant. Minus the 70-yard run, of course. So we'll try to get back in the groove of things. That just really ticked me off. I think that was something that really, as Peter Griffin would say, grinded my gears, you know? Like, I am a man who likes to see good gameplay, and that is a logic check that needs to be fixed. Tedesco into center. Perry now subbed in the backfield. Motioning number 83 out. Perry with a rush up the middle. Gain of 4 yards. He'll be shy of the first down. Donovan Dickinson subbing back in. 4th and 2. And what's going to be funny is if Austin wins by 3, simply because they score another touchdown, and the Vipers do not, and the field goal is no good. 52-yard field goal. Shot. Missed. 2 minutes and 14 seconds remain. Travolta and the Stars start at their own 35. Travolta under center. Motion the man to the inside. Surveying. Hands off to Flowers. Flowers with a run to the left. Throws a man off, but stopped at 1 yard. That's 2nd and 9. And we shall see. 1 drive, 1 touchdown from outside the 22-yard line. 1 touchdown, 1 drive inside the 22-yard line. Outside of that, it's not been much. Flowers spins away. Gain of 7 yards. 3rd and 1. Randall Young now coming in. You have to wonder if this heavy wind and rain is affecting Austin, or if Tucson has figured out the ways that Austin has been driving the ball. Not very successful recently, but they have been. And encroachment will result in an automatic first down for Austin. A breath of fresh air. As Terrence Flowers now also comes back in. Not exactly the thing Tucson wanted to see. With Young, they had a chance to stop them, but with Flowers, he could also bolt off for 15 yards. Travolta, flanked by the fullback and the running back, motions number 19 to the left, back to pass, all day and then some. And the crowd boos. And I'm not going to say they shouldn't. I'm just saying that is the most wide open pass I've ever seen in my life. Travolta under center, Flowers in the back. Travolta motioning the man out to the right. Run to the left. Flowers, is he fast enough? Gain of 4 yards. 3rd and 6. They now pass the 50-yard line. As Travolta now surveys one high safety, bringing Speakman out to the right. Hands off to Flowers. Flowers with an obvious first down, gain of 11 yards. 1st and 10 with 15 seconds remaining in the 3rd, and Randall Young now comes in. Travolta hands off to Young. Young, I mean, blown up. Loss of 2. Shirley with the TFL, and that'll be the end of the 3rd. Austin leading 14-12. 2nd and 12. Let's see how fast we can get out of this 4th quarter. Hopefully no shenanigans occur, but Austin is up, and it is the end of the game at this quarter. So it should be a running situation as Flowers pushes and surges forward for 7 yards. That'll be 3rd and 5. Setting themselves up for a nice field goal attempt outside of any turnovers or sacks. Terrence Flowers now eclipses the 109 mark after his previous run of 11 yards. Travolta over the middle to Blackman, and Blackman, a 16-yard gain, taking over for Wayne Wright. Absolutely incredible. What a way to step up and shine. It's Michael Travolta, technically 9 of 14 if we don't count those 6 terrible AI decisions. Flowers down to the left. Flowers pushing forward, surging. Taken down after a gain of 13 at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal. A delayed blitz to the right by the linebacker. Not a good call. Ran to the left. Almost got a touchdown. Travolta under center. Flowers in the backfield, licking his chops at a possible touchdown. Travolta sends Carroll onto the right. Back to pass. He ain't getting it. There's a blitz, but Travolta, oh, he tries to run, and he's taken down. 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line. Lloyd with the sack. Travolta is almost as old as Brady, and you can tell when as soon as he tried to run, he got ran down. 2nd and goal at the 8. This could be a run. He motions number 19 out. Hands off to Flowers. Flowers with some blocks. Flowers gets the touchdown. A great play by a great player who deserves to be in a retirement home in 2 years. Football-wise, that is. Altamirano, kick is up, and kick is good. And now all we need is for Tucson to score another touchdown or 2 field goals, and this prophecy will fulfill itself. As for right now, Austin looking at minimum offensive points gained for upgrades, maximum points for defense. Patterson Jr. taken down at the 21-yard line. Austin coming off a major win last week could really do well with some of those win streak points that they will see right before they head to San Antonio for their final week, as Dickinson, oh my goodness, what an evasive tackle, broken, taking down a massive gain of 8 yards. My goodness. Head on over to the schedules as we look at the Cole's corner, as Dickinson is just annihilated for 5 yards. 3rd and 7, Perry now coming in. After this, Austin will be facing Sacramento at home, Albuquerque at home, and then they will travel away to San Antonio. Should be an interesting game, as Tedesco motions number 8 to the right. Tedesco back to pass, launching over the middle. Number 29 unable to come down with it. That'll be 4th and 7. Do they go for it? And they don't. Wise choice. Austin has scored on 3 drives, 2 of them being off of a turnover. 1 of them being off of a turnover, apologies, Vinson. Taken down at the 40-yard line, a hidden yardage of 20 yards. Apologizes, I had a coughing fit there. Terrence Flowers with an incredible run play. Flowers now off to the left again, trying to replicate it. Unable this time. Only gain of 2. Hands off to Young. Young taken down immediately. Loss of 1. 3rd and 10. Wilcox with the TFL. Travolta back to pass. 4-man rush. He's going to bomb it over to Young. Can Young get it? He gained 10 yards. 1st and 10. Terrence Flowers comes back in. What an effort play. Throws his hand out past the line to gain. Apologies, the first down line. And he gives Austin another chance as Flowers just... Oh my gosh, he got hit. Fumbled the ball. Woodward comes up with the recovery. Laid the hit on Flowers so hard, Young has to come back in. And this will be another obvious run, looking like to the left. As no, Travolta psychs everybody out, throws through to Carroll, had an obvious player over to the right side. I think that was Speakman, but I mean, hey, to be fair, Speakman has dropped and been in quadruple coverage, so, you know. Travolta fakes the handoff, play action, throws it over. Ooh, number 19 unable to come down with it. Chris Woodward with an incredible fumble recovery, but not enough to get a first down. As he drops the pass, Altamirano, 50-yard field goal is good, and Austin moves into 24 points. As Patterson Jr. moves forward. And with that field goal, Austin moves into 2 whole points for offensive upgrades. Keeping Tedesco and the Tucson Vipers under 14 points, they will retain all 5 defensive points. And 5 points for winning. Tedesco back to pass, 4-man rush. He's going to dump it off. Ooh, 82, too slow. Believe at max Austin can win here 12, possibly 17 points just off today. With their win streak coming in from last week, Dickinson TFL'd -3. And let me say this, it's also in the event that Tucson does not commit a comeback, as Tucson has had flares of Tedesco showing brilliance, minus him and Travolta exchanging terrible AI logic. They've actually been pretty good. Tedesco, surveying, back to pass, 4-man rush, launching over the middle. Dickinson, what a great catch. Breaks the tackle, taken down after a gain of 7, 4th and 5, and this should be 4th down territory. And it is. Here we go. Tedesco, Dickinson. 3 receivers to the left. A tight end on the left of the offensive line. Motions number 8 to the right. Back to pass. Launching it. Number 27 with the deflection. And linebacker number 55, Justice, does have a leg injury, but he is expected to return. No major injury there. No long injury. Trips to the left. Flowers in the back. Motions Blackman. Never mind. That's... I don't know who that was. I'm incorrect on everything. Travolta bombing it off his platform. Doesn't matter, it's 1st and 5 from the Tucson 27. And Travolta will get a second chance. Now, if they score 31 points here, 29 or greater will earn them 3 points on the offensive side. Travolta back to pass, 4-man rush, delayed blitz from the linebacker, and Travolta's going to make a run for it. Oh my gosh, he's horse tackled, no call, no flag, 2nd and 5. Wow. Ah, my goodness. That gives me PTSD of Frank Harris at UTSA. Runs, gets horse called, and the refs go, I didn't see anything. Travolta, play action, destroyed the line of scrimmage. Loss of 2. That's Reigns, number 55. 3rd and 7 for Austin. Question is, what do they do here? Do they run it? Travolta, back to pass. 4-man rush. He's going to bomb it. Oh, Speakman, you're targeted, and you can't come down with it. Unfortunate. Austin will now attempt to go up by 15. Go! Altamirano. Kick is up, and kick is good from 46 yards. Austin, 2 points away from 3 whole offensive upgrade points. Patterson Jr. running to the left. Oh my goodness, obliterated past the 20-yard mark. 20-yard line marker. There we go. Not having a stroke, folks. Just casually can't speak. Go! Let's go back to pass. 4-man rush. He's going to bomb it to a wide-open Kelly. And Kelly is running down the sidelines for a gain of 53. Oh, my goodness. Kelly might have the best game of anyone here today. Tedesco, the Vipers, at the 25-yard line. Can they prevent Austin from getting 5 full points on the defensive side? Here we go. Tedesco hands off to Dickinson. Dickinson pushes forward. Gain of 7. They're inside the red zone. 2nd and 3 at the 18. My goodness, what was thought to be an all but assured victory for Austin for 5 points may not be so, as Tedesco motions the man to the left. Tedesco back to pass. 4-man rush, going to dump it off. Oh my goodness gracious, number 83 unable to come down with it. You got to wonder if Tucson is going to start getting some speed training up in here for some of these players. I mean, this is just terrible. Tedesco back to pass, launching it. Lustig with a one-handed catch at the 5-yard line. Incredible. 1st and goal. Deer in headlights against the defensive backs. You love to see it. 5-yard line. Here we go. 5 wide receivers. Empty backfield. Tedesco. 6 linemen on the opposing side. A full blitz. Tedesco launching 52 with his 4th or 3rd dropped interception. Oh my goodness. Dickinson in the back. This is like 8 players on the line of scrimmage for Austin. Back to pass, no run. Tedesco going to throw it away. Interesting choice. 3rd and goal at the 5. Austin desperately trying to keep their 5 points of upgrades from a defensive potential lockout. Not a shutout. They locked him out from more than 14 points until now it seems touchdown Dickinson, number 4. Incredible. 18-27. Do they go for 2? They do. Donovan Dickinson, 24 rushes, 126 yards, and 31 receptions. Tedesco, Dickinson, motioning. Number 83, Kelly, to the inside. Tedesco, back to pass. 4-man rush. He's got all day. He's going to run. Tedesco, 2-point conversion is good. Down by 7. Returning from injury, linebacker number 55, Justice. And that might be the very reason Tucson was able to score 8 points on this drive. Oh my goodness. Wow. Carroll with the return. Carroll, wow, he just juked that man out of his shoes. 2-minute warning has occurred. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is for all the marbles. This is the drive that Tucson needs to get the ball back to Tedesco. 1st and 10 of the 24. Travolta, motion the man to the left. It's a handoff to the right. Flowers, TFL'd -4, and Tucson will call a timeout. Stevenson with a great TFL. Travolta, Flowers, surveying. 80. Travolta, Back to pass. Launching it to Flowers, and Flowers gets a 10-yard gain. That's 3rd and 4. Stopping the clock, not exactly what they wanted. Tucson survives with 2 timeouts. Travolta under center. Empty backfield, back to pass. 4-man rush, going to bomb it immediately to Woodward, and did they get it? Oh, he's short. Tucson calls a timeout. And is this the game where Justice gets injured and shows everyone why he's the most important piece to this defense? Martin Jr. with the, oh my goodness, with the spin cycle, gets all the way up to the 37, is taken down by number 53. Who would that be for Austin? Unknown. Oh well. 1st and 10 of 37. So let's go back to pass. 4-man rush. Defender in his face. -795, Eric Nava. What a play. 2nd and 17. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. No urgency on the Tucson offensive side. Trying to get every play they can. 3-man rush. Tedesco gonna drop it off to Kelly. Kelly, gain of 1 yard. It's now 3rd and 16, and Tucson calls a timeout. Tommy Tedesco, 16 of 33, 1 touchdown, 223. Tedesco back to pass, 4-man rush. He's got all day. He's going to bomb it over the middle into triple coverage to Kelly, and he cannot come down with it. 4th and 16. Can they have a Raleigh special? 4th down, nowhere to go, and convert. This is for the game. Tedesco back to pass, 5-man rush. Oh, he's short of number 18, and that'll be the game. What a game. What a game. Austin going for clock control. Travolta kneeling it down. That'll be the end, ladies and gentlemen. And outside, again, of that second quarter, 2-minute BS-ery, these teams played well. You need to take off 6 passing attempts for each quarterback. And you need to take off 1 rushing attempt for each running back. And you'll see exactly how well they played. And it's unfortunate that the game will not do them justice with that. They will illogically end the game with the worst passing percentage they could have had. And here we go. Trey Flowers. Or, I'm sorry. Terrence Flowers. I don't know why I said Troy. Running back, 27 rushes for 142 yards, 2 touchdowns. Eric Nava, 2 sacks, 1 TFL, 1 forced fumble. Head over to the stats. Michael Travolta, Jesus, 12 of 26, though we got to take off 6, so he's actually 12 of 20, 1 touchdown, 148. Tommy Tedesco, 16 of 35, take off 6, it's 16 of 29. 1 touchdown, 223. Again, they're not exactly great. They're barely over 50% when you take off the 6, but that shows you how much better the stats would look. Dickinson, running back, 24 rushes, 126 yards, 2 touchdowns. Lloyd, 2 sacks, 1 TFL, 8 tackles. Let's go ahead and look at the team leaders here, ladies and gentlemen. And, of course, we head over to the team stats as Tucson getting 5 sacks, Austin 3, Tucson getting 1 turnover. Apologies, Austin getting a turnover, Tucson committing the turnover. You can see the total yards here. Even in rush yards, pass yards, Tucson takes over. And we'll head on over to the passing, rushing, receiving stats. Everyone but Baskin and Perry all caught a pass. Head over to the defense for tackles. Look at sacks. There you go. Raines, Lloyd, and Wilcox, interceptions, TFLs, TDs, deflected passes, forced fumbles, and recoveries. 5 punt returns, 6 kick returns. My goodness, Tucson was in their bag with all those kick returns. 3 field goals attempted, 2 made, 4 punts, 1 inside the 20, 0 touchbacks. That's what we call punt god king in terms of stats. Here we go for the passing stats for Austin, rushing stats, receiving stats. Everybody but Dean caught a pass. That's a lot better. Look at the tackles with Dan Conte leading the way. Eric Nava, 2 sacks. Jarbo Sambola with his lone 1. No interceptions, a couple TFLs, no TDs, a lot of deflected passes, 1 forced fumble, and 1 recovery. Forced fumble was by Eric Nava, recovery by Russell Hawkins. Returns-wise, 4 punt returns, 5 kick returns, 3 field goals, 2 made, all extra points are made, and 6 punts, 3 inside the 20, and 1 touchback. We have a new punt god. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. I am Cole. This was an incredible game. Remember to take off 6 passing attempts per quarterback to get the real look of how these teams played outside of those BS 2 minutes. Now, I'll see you all next week. Thank you.